Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Season 2 of Crispy Noodles Weekly. I'm Noodle.
And I'm Crispy. How's everybody doing?
And today's topic is going to be that of promiscuity, and whether it has a place in our modern society. What do you think, Jesse?
I think it's true, and I might add also, quite glad
It's
to be back.
true?
Yes, it's true. We do have promiscuity in our society. It does exist, and it needs to be removed because it's intoxicating and destructive to our society.
So let me get this straight. You're against being promiscuous. You believe in, a single partner?
I believe in a single partner. Yes, you meet a partner, they are your partner. You become married, and once you're married, you stay married in holy matrimony. I mean, there's a reason.
Matrimony?
Matrimony.
Matrimony.
Yes, matrimony. There's a reason why the line "till death do us part" is in every person's vows, at least for a Christian wedding.
Oh, so you're with traditional Christian values. But what about before the marriage? What about the before, you're even together? Are you saying that, a little experimentation's wrong?
Well, I'm gonna have to go with yes. I mean, I do say a little bit of experimentation's wrong. Until you definitely know you're gonna be into a relationship with a person, it just gives off a bad image and bad reputation that's gonna infect the rest of society to be,
I'll disagree with you on that one. I think that, a little bit of experimentation's fine. I mean, that's the way that people get to know each other, and I guess that if that's how you want to, be in a relationship, that's how you're going to be in a relationship. I've been in a, monogamous relationship, I guess you could say, for, the last 2.5 years, and I haven't been able to do anything for it, but at the same time, I don't think there's anything wrong with people who do want to get that out there and, discuss things with other people.
Well, it's not the discussion I have a problem with. It's let's just boil it all down to stuffing around with. I won't go into the details, but yeah, I'll leave that up to your imagination. I mean, you can get to know a person over a cup of coffee. You don't have to be sitting there fiddling with their downstairs parts to know how a person works and whether you're interested in them. That's
but it does help.
Oh yeah, so knowing your supposed lover's profile of their vagina or the length of their penis helps to get to know them. How does that?
Not that helps to get to know them, but it does. There's a connection. It builds a relationship. I'm not saying that a relationship should be based around it, but I'm saying that it definitely helps build a relationship. And we're talking about my sex life, so I sure hope Captain L doesn't watch this.
So, anyone out there that would like to know Captain L, shout out to you if you are watching this. Captain L actually refers to our English teacher by the name of Sean Lorio. He is actually the inspiration for K&W, so there's a bit of trivia there for you. But yeah, like I was saying, like you said, Nick, a relationship doesn't have to be based around just the whole side of sex, or just the the thought of thinking of people as nothing but just hunks of meat there. I definitely think though being promiscuous has a great influence on that, and it does end up leading to relationships being that way a lot of the time. I mean, sitting down with a cup of coffee, for instance, and getting to know a person's personality by talking to them, that to me says you're going to build a relationship on values and
why can't you have both? What if the interest that you share is having sex? What if that's a common activity that you both enjoy doing, which I assume that it is for 99.99999% of the population? What if that's your common interest?
Well, definitely.
Why can't you have but why can't you have a relationship that's not emotional, that is purely physical and is there only to be physical? I'm not talking about, having a girlfriend, I'm talking about or a partner, I'm talking about having
a fuck buddy is the word you're looking for there.
Yeah, it is, but I don't want to say it in case Captain L is watching.
It's okay, I won't serve vulgarity. He knows the rules. But
yeah, I know, but I'm not sure.
To me, the definition, if you will, even though it's not the definition of a relationship, even though it's not written and ruled, it still goes that it's a man and woman, woman and woman, you know, man and man, whatever you want. They're together because they, you know, share interests. I mean, sex is
Yeah. But
you're
you're talking about like an emotional couple. I'm talking about purely sex. I'm talking about removing the relationship from it, which is what we're discussing with promiscuity, and talking about just the pure physical act of sex. Why is that in itself shunned in our society when that's basically what our pure carnal thing drives us through? That's how we reproduce. You know, all the emotional side comes to it later.
I'd like to think of myself more than just your average, you know, animal that's out there for nothing than, you know, to reproduce and get by in life. If that's how other people want to live, who are you to take that away from them? Who are you to say that what they're doing is filthy and immoral? Last I heard, you weren't religious, or you didn't have those strong religious ethics. I get where you're coming from a family standpoint, because you and I have discussed your family views before. Your of course we have, because you see, we're friends that got to know each other.
But
I don't know
the
your
traditional
dick size.
But I know you're talking about like traditional gender roles and that sort of stuff. But what I'm saying is, why can't you just sort of remove all that emotional stuff and have just the pure, basically the physical act? It's a way of release.
Well, I'm not saying it's, you know, illegal and you're gonna get yourself beheaded.
Not illegal, but I do believe the words you used are filth and needs to be removed from our society. Why?
Alright. You are going to let me do what I wanted to do, which is explain. You see, like I was saying, you don't have to listen to me if you don't want to. These are my personal views. I believe that the act of just getting with a person for, you know, sexual relations is, you know, immoral. It's against my morals, and, you know, it shouldn't just be done. I mean, it shouldn't just be done. It shouldn't just be done, rather. And you know, if you do want to do it, I mean, you're perfectly right. Who am I to stop you? I mean, I'm still gonna judge you based on my morals and whatever, but you don't have to listen to me. I'm not your god. I'm not your mass leader. It's up to you what you do.
The question I was asking.
Judge you and say, you know, look, I don't like it. Stop doing it. But you don't have to listen to me.
See, the question I was asking you is, why do you believe it's immoral? That's my main point of.
Well, to answer your specific question, Nicholas, why I believe it's wrong is just because it's only going to end up in, you know, a hurtful side of things. I mean, eventually a human is going to develop, you know, an attachment to another human. And in a sex relationship, these things don't last, so if you do grow with attachment to them, and let's say they don't to you, they're just going to break off and you're going to be left with nothing but, you know, depression or sadness or whatever. And that's just going to lead to worse things down the track, possibly, you know, might even go as far as drug addiction. And that's something that's just even worse and is a major problem in our streets.
Alright, but here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you know, not removing that emotional thing. So after it, you won't be feeling depressed because you don't have that emotional connection to the person. That's what we're talking about here. We're talking about, you know, casual sex, not emotional attachment, not attachment to the person.
Well,
I'm talking about just the pure physical act of the sex, and that is happen. I know you're going to try and say that doesn't happen, but it does happen.
Well, Nick, that's what I was going to say to you. I know it definitely does happen, but it's not a 100% chance. And if you're still going to be having the bad side effects of it, why have the side effects anyway? Why not just have a happy society where people are in a normal relationship?
No, but see, that's what you're saying. You're saying that it has a chance of going bad, exactly. and you're judging people because of that small chance of it going bad. I can't explain it to you just because of different life experiences, I'll say.
Okay, well, we'll put it down to that. But, Nick, what I would like to say is that the reason I believe that is because, you know, I am 17. I'm age 17. I am a member of the social age. and bad things like that get blown up much further into the social media than what, you know, the good cases that come out of it, where it is just casual sex, there's no attachment or anything like that. It's just, it gets blown up in the media, and, you know, I'm so prone to reading media that I have grown into it that just what I see in the media I have to believe to a certain extent.
Oh, so you're a sheep.
I am a sheeple. I will admit, to an extent, I am a sheeple. As a good friend of mine would like to call sheep as a group. But to an extent, I am a sheeple. But that's just a result of today's day and age, and I have no problem with it. And then that's also an influence as to my morals, which are the reason for my complete standpoint on this issue in the first place.
Alright.
There you go, that's my viewpoint. And with that, I think you'd like to...
About time to wrap it up?
So, yeah.
Alright, no problem. Thanks again for watching. I'm Noodle.
And I'm Crispy. We'll see you next week, guys.